Jody Zellman to speak on behalf of the Bliss College graduates.
Chancellor Eisen, Chairperson of the Board Cohen, Provost Cooper, Dean Schwartz, distinguished honorees, faculty, friends, families, Mom, Dad. Thank you for allowing me 3 minutes of your time to speak with you this afternoon. If you need to disseminate your thoughts via Twitter, now's the time. Judaism is saturated with texts. Tanakh, Talmud, Megillot, the Haggadah. We're called the people of the book due to our respect for written content, as well as for the actual physicality of the text itself. In Yiddish, we say, Torah is the beste Schleure. Torah is the best commodity. We see the Torah not only as a foundation for our religious practice, but we also treasure the craftsmanship that goes into creating a Torah which can endure for centuries. Our studies at JTS have reflected this immense respect for text. Yet, despite this institution housing the largest Jewish library in the Western Hemisphere, whenever I began a research paper, the first source I turned to wasn't the library, but rather the great internet Gaon, Google. This wasn't out of disrespect for tradition, but simply because we are simultaneously living in a world where the focus is shifting away from texts, albeit not from texting, towards the electronic word. The Kindle, iPad, and Nook are replacing ink with pixels and pages with HTML, so you can now read the complete works of Dostoevsky without touching a single piece of paper, or getting a hernia from carrying them around. Yes, living during the technological revolution is amazing. I love that I can use the internet to simultaneously listen to the Rolling Stones, order tacos, and diagnose myself with conjunctivitis using WebMD. All of this without leaving my room, or even putting pants on. But there are problems with the mass digitization of texts. While information is easily transmitted electronically, the ability to absorb information and to interact with written work is significantly hampered when the medium is a computer screen. As you know, our generation has a bad memory and short attention span, and our generation has a bad memory and short attention span. The JTS professors challenged us to actually engage with our readings, which required a great deal of concerted, critical thought. We weren't taught to just read the Bible, we were taught to discuss the Bible. Our Talmud classes served as forums for questioning the arguments put forth in the text and analyzing their applicability to contemporary society. And even though the 8:20 starting time felt like something out of the book of Job, our Hebrew classes pushed us to look beyond comprehension towards the actual construction of the Hebrew language. The voices in our classroom came from a plethora of Jewish backgrounds, and in the case of Bliss College, were representative of a variety of Columbia and Barnard majors. When I declared my anthropology major, I called my parents and gave them what we call the anthro-apology. Mom, Dad, I'm really sorry. I'm going to be an anthropologist. However, at JTS, I could apply my developing knowledge of anthropology to my Jewish studies. And class discussions were further enhanced by my fellow graduates' expertise in their assorted majors. For example, my Talmud Chavruta was a religion major at Barnard. So while she viewed property laws and Bava Metzia as an effort by the rabbis to enforce their spiritual beliefs through the creation of laws for a functioning society, I couldn't help but see the whole thing as an inescapable social construct, which is the product of the human need for justifying an arbitrary socially constructed moral code. You get the point. This critical approach to learning, in addition to our centuries-old tradition of reading, studying, and treasuring a handwritten text every week on Shabbat, is one way we are preventing our society from becoming completely devoid of physical text to engage with. It's how we earn our epithet, the people of the book. The day we walk into a synagogue and pick up an electronic Siddur Sim Shalom, or ES3 as it will be called, will be the day we are rebranded the people of the Nook. But until that day arrives, we who have studied at JTS recognize the inherent worth of texts, and have the responsibility to continue to engage with our tradition in all its complexity. I'm grateful for our JTS professors for pushing us to grasp these values. To my fellow graduates, you excelled through the challenges of the last 4 years, and even when you had to wake up at 8 o'clock this morning, you persevered. Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people live on. Today is an accomplishment. I wish you all the best, and remind you to remain critical yet constructive, and to always use your powers for good and not for evil. Thank you very much.